Hello, beautiful souls. It's 1313 on my watch, and numbers here for this video for sign synchronicities and key codes is 1111, 1122, 333, 222, 444, 14, 17, and 7, and 2 on the timer. So welcome. I started my video earlier, but I had to stop it and it got kind of shut off because my partner called me from the work site in Sierra Leone, Africa. So that was more important. So we start over. So that first video was not meant to be. Here we are. Welcome. It is January 8th, 2026. Holy crap. And this is video 59 of FreQSpeak of 111 days. So video 59 of 111 days of sharing my real raw frequency and energy with you, the beautiful collective. So welcome. We've got source codes here. So welcome in the source codes. Again, absorb. They kind of spread out. The elementals are here to support, as always. Earth, air, wind, fire, water. 1 on the timer. Thank you, source. Earth, air, wind, fire, water, ether. I didn't light any candles like I normally do, but I just got out of a sacred bath a little while ago. I have source clear the energy. So there's no coincidences that I landed here. There's a reason for it. You know, your team put me in front of you for a reason. There's a message here for you. Maybe you were asking for some confirmation. Here I am. Here I am. So no worries. Hakuna Matata. So I actually heard the song during my sacred bath, and I was just tested a little bit ago. My ego was tested just a little bit ago, literally, and there's no coincidence to that, all right? It's again that ego, that Oshinyata, the programming and conditioning around the provisions, lack mentality, like that there's not enough when we know there's truly always enough for everybody, even though we've been completely programmed, conditioned for a long millennia. A long time. So again, that's part of this process of letting go and breaking those generational curses into surrendering and trusting that you are always provided by the universe. You are always provided by source. Okay. So Hakuna Matata, no worries for the rest of our days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. So please go listen to that song. It might help you. So again, there's no coincidence that I went through this situation, which I'm going to get to and share that with you. So during this entire awakening process, 255 on the timer, thank you, up until, still currently, I live in an apartment, a very small apartment, my sacred space. I've been here 10 years, and I know source is going to eventually put me in another place. I just don't know the what, where, when, why, or how. And I don't try to get wrapped up in that or worry about that and surrender to that. And I try not to waste my energy on it. So what happened was end of the year rent review. They haven't wrapped it up yet. There's some paperwork, and it's very finite detail and how all of that works. And something wasn't mathing with the numbers on income and all of that. And I'm like, my ego started to stroke out and freak out. And I'm like, wow, something ain't here. I know it's not final, and I know source has got my back. Source has got things covered. I said to the property manager, I said, yeah, I said, the math just isn't mathing with the income and all of that, because there was a massive, for me, income-wise, it was a pretty significant increase. So again, maybe you're experiencing this to an end of the year type of an increase, and you're stressing and worrying about it. And I get you. I feel you. I just continue to trust and believe that everything is working out as it's supposed to, and that source is always providing for me, and that source is going to continue to provide for me, however that looks. I don't know exactly how that looks. I just know that source will continue to provide for me always. Okay. So someone needs to hear that. So on that note, I literally took a sacred bath, heard the song in my playlist, Hakuna Matata. So I was guided to do a light language. It was really fun. So please go check that out if you're struggling with worrying about something. So it's just a no worries type of light language to help you if you're struggling and you're worrying and getting wrapped up and anxious about something. Maybe that'll help surrender and release some of those emotions, that frequency and that energy from your system, from your field. And it was basically light language, Hakuna Matata, no worries. Okay, so I heard the song, guided to do some light language. I will post that, so please look for that. And then literally sat down, did my light language, got called to go to the office and deal with all this paperwork. And so again, there's no coincidence, 5:17 on the timer. There's the 17 for you. So again, just continuing to surrender to the it's a problem-free philosophy, Hakuna Matata. No worries is the theme. I didn't realize that was going to be the theme of this video, is no worries, but it is, okay? So again, there's no coincidence that I'm here in front of you sharing whatever words that are coming out of my mouth to help you to not worry and to trust no matter what. You are, source, okay, yep. Yeah, someone's asked for confirmation. Source is saying, we got you, you're covered, quit worrying about it. Surrender, let that energy go, give it to us. Give it to us to worry about. We will take care of it. You might not know how they're going to take care of it, but Source is going to take care of it for you. Whatever that is that you're worrying about, Source is saying they've got your back. Your team has got your back. Let it go. So again, do a meditation, do some breath work, do a sacred bath, listen to some high frequency music to shake that energy out. Listen to the light language once I get that up. Listen to the song. You know, I literally can see Timon and Pumbaa. It's from The Lion King. So if you see Timon and Pumbaa, they're the most fun characters in The Lion King, you know, and just think about that, okay? And that they are just enjoying life, taking moment by moment. It's that moment by moment energy, which that card came up in a couple of reads yesterday, a couple pulls. So taking moment by moment and just like knowing that Source has got you, you're covered, you're good. All right, that's what Source is saying. All right, so on the other note is some little bit of journaling here. So we talked about that. Something else that might be significant for you to confirm that this message is meant for you, as you're going to be seeing an uptick in crows, hawks. You might be seeing a koala bear, a buck, deer, a stag, feathers. So again, feathers are from your team, from the angels. So you might be finding feathers, even the small ones, just laying around. All right. But if you're going really fast through life, you might not see them. So that's, again, Source is asking you to slow down and pay your attention because your team is trying to get messages to you. Source is 744 on the timer, says, go look at the time right now. What time is it right now that Source is asking you to go look at the spiritual meaning and the angelic meaning behind the number that is on your clock right now? 755 on the timer. Butterflies are significant. Metamorphosis and transformation. We're going through this massive metamorphosis and transformation. So Source is saying it's time to take the lead. So it's time to take the lead and let Spirit guide you. Again, it's letting Spirit guide you through inspired action, through inspiration, through epiphanies, through the pineal gland, through visions, through songs, synchronicities, whatever it is that you're receiving your messages. Pay your attention, okay? So Source is saying let your team guide you, okay? And continue to have no worries. No worries. So the message today is no worries. Hakuna Matata for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. So there's no more problems, all right, for the rest of your days, okay? All right. So let's see here. Rainbows are significant. Big time for me, very significant. Islands, octopus, dragons, and a white raven also came. And this is a channeled message that I received that I am guided to share with you. All right, so trusting the transformation, trusting what is happening for sure, surrender and trust, and trust in the magic that's going to take place because Source has got surprises for you, surprises for me, and know that this is what you've asked for. Whatever that is, you know what that is. Maybe you forgot what that is, okay? So, claim your power and trust. Trust more than ever right now. Okay, trust, trust, trust. All right. I wanted to talk about some ascension symptoms that I've been experiencing this past 5 to 7 days-ish, somewhere in there. I worked out lightly on Monday, but before that I had started to have this mid upper back in between my scapulas, tightness and just neck pain and like range of motion. There's a lot of discomfort through my entire upper spinal column area, mid back all the way up to the base of my neck. My neck again, little throat chakra, so I've had some clearing with some sinus drainage. So that's your heart chakra. So there's something going on with the expansions of our heart chakras and our throat chakras. And for me, I've also had some sinus drainage, which is also related to the third eye clearing. So again, still those detox symptoms. So if you've been feeling like this heaviness in your back, this tightness in your back, this, just mine is really tight and really, it's not really as a heavy feeling as it's just a tight and it's painful and so uncomfortable. And I've had this for a few days now, and I actually saw the chiropractor yesterday, which he does a lot of Graston, which it works really well for me, which is having, with seeing a good chiropractor, it helps release energy. It's really good for your nervous system. So again, that might be relevant for some of you to maybe go see a really good chiropractor to help with that release if you're experiencing those particular symptoms. And again, knowing that that's, like carrying the weight on your shoulders, like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. That's what just came through. So we as a collective are purging this particular as well as generational stuff. So this was an ascension symptom I haven't experienced in quite a while, and it's been quite uncomfortable. So I've taken Epsom salt baths, baking soda, Epsom salt. I've been using lemongrass, eucalyptus, warming oils in those areas, cinnamon oil. Also, they're also very grounding oils as well, as to get grounded, but it's also to help purge and detox the energy and the physical body. Okay, so there's stuck energy. So that's why I mentioned the chiropractor's gentle stretching and movement. And again, literally it's from my mid back up. Okay, then I've had massive sinus drainage in the past few days, lots of throat chakra clearing. Again, this is a massive area that has been cleansing, purging, and recalibrating and attuning this entire 2025 for me, and maybe for you, and continuing to, we are still purging those areas. Okay, all right. So some ascension symptoms regarding like the neck and the upper back, like I said, and sometimes the base of the head, it's aching, stiffiness, it's that upper neck, back, and shoulder pain, dull or sharp that comes and goes. Energy is congested. It's congestion. So your body's trying to purge this out. Okay. And it's showing up in the physical body. And again, there's a lot that we can't see that's taking place, that transformation, that metamorphosis from the inside out. So it's, again, deep cellular purging, cleansing, DNA cleansing, detoxifying, okay? And again, always check with your physicians, all right? If I'm not giving medical advice, but just know this might be associated. If there's not a known injury, guaranteed this is an ascension symptom. That's kind of a weird one that is not necessarily always talked about, and it actually came up. It's like I've been experiencing this, then it literally came up as an ascension symptom presented to me by another channel. I don't remember which channel it was, how it came through as a potential ascension symptom, but I'm like, oh, because I like glitched out on that. I'm like, oh, I forgot that is potentially a heart chakra, but from the back of the heart. Remember, because the chakra system's not just the front of the body, it's the back of the body, and it's your whole field. So I forget as I glitch out. I hear this other channel, I love her, she says I spiritually stroke out. You literally just spiritually kind of stroke out about stuff until your team's like, oh yeah, remember that's potentially what's going on. I know I didn't injure myself, but I knew something was going on. Okay, so there's just that purging, cleansing, and detoxing. The other thing that it told me to do was to rest more. It's not like I don't do enough resting as it is. Literally, I rest like all the time. But clearly, even just that workout was too much. And my body needed more rest. So again, somebody needs to hear this. So if something arises fast and quick and is holding on, your body and your team and source is asking you to slow down even more. Even more. If you've already slowed down like moi, slow down even more. So they're asking you to slow down even more, to do less. Because something big is coming, and relish in the rest now. So that has been coming through. Relish in the rest now, because you're going to get busy. We're going to get busy. It's time to get busy. All right, so that cervical spine, it's an energy flow. So if you've gotten some Kundalini activations, or the energy for the Kundalini is not flowing properly, that could also be part of the problem that came through as a potential issue, is that the flow of the Shakti energy, the Kundalini energy, is not able to flow. So there may be some, again, just sitting and intentionally setting and surrendering to that. And I did do some light language on that, for that, to help with the release of that. So again, after this video's over, please look for that. It will get posted at some point. I don't know which one's going to get posted first, but look for that, or look for different meditations and things to help you release that 15:05 on the timer. Thank you, Source. So that breaks down to the 11. So high frequency music, I literally put a speaker box on my areas, so you could do a sound bed therapy if that works. It's going to help. Listening to music frequency and the energy from that will help you release that stuck energy and help you transmute and help you to move and clear that out of the system a lot quicker. So again, sound bed therapy, singing bowls, crystal bowls. Again, Reiki may be beneficial, good shamanic massage and intuitive massage. Again, rest, stretching, light movement, sacred baths, lots of salt, essential oils, and just maybe just more stillness and just doing things a little bit slower, 15:55 on the timer. So again, the other thing that, like I said, that's associated with your throat chakra, which is front and back, as well as your heart chakra. So your throat chakra is the communication and truth. So are you having trouble communicating your truth, standing in your truth? The heart chakra, are you processing emotions? So we just had this super full moon in Cancer not long ago, and that's a very heavy emotional water sign, and it was in the wolf moon, so wolves are significant as well. So if you're emotionally processing right now, you're detoxing and processing stuff, that's also potentially, I think what's going on with me is that there's an emotional processing. We're integrating, we're detoxing, purging, receiving, and integrating. It's like these constant phases and ebbs and flows, and everyone's receiving things differently, and they're going through the different phases differently. Okay, so Kundalini might be something going on. Maybe you there's some stuck energy there. And again, the other thing that could be causing it outside of ascension symptoms, are you stressed out? Emotional stressing, mental overload could be an issue as well. And again, always check with your physician. I'm not here to give medical advice. Are you suppressing your expression of yourself? Again, not standing in your true self, your real 1711 on the timer, 1711. So Shinyata, why I said that twice, I don't know. 1717, okay, that's significant. Please go look at those numbers. There's an information there. So suppressed emotions, you're suppressing, you're not expressing yourself fully and completely and authentically. You're still holding back. You're holding it in. So that could be an issue back here. Heightened awareness and sensitivity in that area. Prolonged posture issues could be an issue as well while you be experiencing that. All right, that's the mental and body aspect of that. But again, emotional release. Again, maybe somatic work, that's coming through now. Somatic yoga, just somatic breath work. There's somatic massage therapists. So I've seen a massage therapist who specializes in somatics, which somatics we know helps moves the energy. Remember, energy in motion is just emotion. And if it gets stuck, that's in stagnant, that can be a problem. And it can create dis-ease in the body, however that looks. All right, so you might notice increased sensitivity as well with that going on. Internal sensations, nervous system. So again, we know we've been getting nervous system upgrades, elevating and upgrading and up-leveling in our nervous system, 1822 on the timer. So that's also could be a potential what you're feeling is those upgrades and integrations of this nervous system upgrades that we've been getting, okay? Let's see here. Also, potentially, for those that know, I don't like to get wrapped up into the negative of this stuff, but just know if you start experiencing something after a full moon, depending on where you're feeling in your physical body, it potentially could be a psychic attack, because usually the psychic attacks for a lot of us are, and I didn't know this, and so this might be the first time you learn this, 1855. Again, this is awareness and videos that my team has been giving me to make me more aware, because when you have the knowledge, you have the power. Knowledge is power. I've said that one for years. So you could be being potentially psychically attacked, known or unknown, seen or unseen. So a lot of times, a lot of us who hold a very vibrational frequency or a specific frequency and a specific essence, we are more targeted for reasons. So you may be part of the collective that is being psychically attacked. Again, I don't like to go down that rabbit hole or the tin hat stuff. I mean, just be aware of it. Maybe boundary up a little more, do more smudging, do more protection, whatever you do for you, boo. Man, just maybe it's just me sharing information. Maybe you just need to 1944. Maybe you just need to boundary up and set the intention that during specific full moons that any energy, just literally, and I'm not saying send it back, because that's again getting into, I heard this a few weeks ago, we're just getting that ping pong match. Just basically ask and intend that if any low vibrational frequency, energies, entities, thought forms, whatever it is, hit your shield and basically just slides right off and is transmuted. It's sent back to source, it's sent back to Gaia, and it's transmuted. Set that intention. I mean, and don't ping pong with it. We're better than that. You know, in the past, I would say if it's according to divine law and source wants it, because source, if source chooses, source will return to sender. You don't have to return to sender. If source feels like that's important, source will take care of that. You don't have to worry about it. Just knowing that just literally just slides off of you. And just know that if the hits are hitting, it's going to be very minimal. It's going to be mild and minimal. Okay. All right. So I also did, I think, some light language on limiting beliefs. So I did 3 of them today, which I didn't do any yesterday. I did a lot of card pulling yesterday. Finding new ways to share my content as well outside of YouTube. So over on Facebook, I've been doing reels for the first time, and that's been fun. And taking content that I've already created and kind of play around and create it into a different way. So that's been fun. So 2112 on the timer when I looked up. So absorb the source codes, welcome in source codes, welcome in the light codes, welcome in the elemental codes, welcome in the frequency and energy that I'm sharing outside of the human words, and just know that there is a message here for you. And if the words aren't wording, then just know that you were receiving my beautiful frequency and energy and my magic today, because that's what you needed. And your team feels like you needed a little bit of me today for whatever reason. Okay. So we're going to pull just a Moonology card, and then I'm going to get some food, because my food has been interesting with the channeling. I was literally on fire all day yesterday. When you channel, like Courtney Zero says, you are high in your supply. And when you channel a lot, however that looks for you, you start working with source codes, and that becomes your nourishment. Not saying that you don't need food as nourishment, but it's a different type of nourishment, right? So 2211, 2212. All right. So again, what's the time on the clock right now? Go look at that. Source says go now. Go look at the time right now. 2222 on the timer. Thank you. And see what that message is for you. Okay. Honor your feelings. What you feel is real. So again, trusting in your intuitive nudges, your inner knowing, your psychic abilities, and honor your feelings, and know that what you feel is real. Okay, what you feel is real. Source is continuing telling people to leave the past behind. There's no reason to get caught up and continue to time travel, because it's done. It's done. Okay, so leave the past behind. Okay. He's asking you to continue. He and she, I use mother and father, so whatever comes out. So he, Father, God, is asking you to continue to forgive. Remember, you choose to forgive, and your soul will come to a point of forgiveness. So you set the intention to forgive it all and let it go. Okay? And trust that all will be well. Thank you for the confirmations. Trust that all will be well. All right, so the horoscopes that might be significant here are Pisces, Capricorns. Pisces came out twice in Virgo. All right, anything else do we have, Source, for the team? Oh, crap. A lot just happened here. So let's see. Unleash your kind self. So continuing to not just be kind to others, but be kind to yourself, for Christ's sakes. That's the biggest lesson, is we are our worst critics. So Source is saying, be kind to yourself. Get on the self-love tour. Get on that bus and start filling your cup out. Don't expect other people to fill your cup up. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Work through these feelings. Like I said, the worries, the anxiety, whatever it is, we just continue to find those tools that work for us in that moment because it's going to change from day to day. 24221 the timer. It's going to change from day to day and what tools work best for you, so you can work through these feelings that continue to come up. Like I said, listen to high frequency music, dance, sing, listen to light language, do some meditations, listen to a podcast, change it up, okay? And just work through that. Believe in your good luck. Thank you, Source. So again, I started this video with talking about potentially worrying about a big rent increase, but I know Source has got my back. I know Source in the universe has got me covered. All right, they wouldn't have put me in this deep rest for the past definitely 2 years for sure. Maybe it's started a little longer, maybe 3, but definitely in the last 1 to 2 years, Source and my team has put me into a deep rest to recalibrate, to heal, to just completely transform and metamorphosize completely. And that took time. It has taken time because I'm still in this deep rest. So I continue to believe in my good luck. I want you, and Source wants you to continue to believe in your good luck and quit worrying about how. Quit worrying about why, what, where, when, all the W's, okay? So believe in your good luck. It's coming. It's coming. And then again, those detoxification symptoms that we talked about. And this is Taurus, Sagittarius, and another Capricorn and Aries is here as well. So again, that full moon, Taurus detoxify. So again, you may need to remove more foods, or you're being called to remove foods, products, things like that, whether it's beauty products or cleaning products. Detoxification can mean many things, okay? So you're being called to detoxify. Again, but know that what you're going through is a big detoxification process, a big purging, cleansing, and clearing to make space for what is new, the new you, the new energy, the new frequency, the upgrades, the downloads, okay? All right, so we're going to just leave it at, let me just split the deck and step up into your power. Know your power. Know your power. Know that you are a MNFer, a mother frickin' magnificent, magical, powerful being. Step up into your power. Look at this art. And again, this image has come up in a lot of my cards where you literally just be open, expand to receive all of the magic and just open up to your complete, beautiful, magnificent, powerful self. So look at the art there. She is just like, wow, look at me. 2711 on the timer. All right, we're going to leave that at that. And yeah, thanks for getting curious. Click and play, subscribing, liking, doing all the things if you feel called to. And again, from my heart to yours, I will talk to you soon. Bye, beautiful souls.